everyone, Krystal Acosta here. I am the Assistant Director of Production Services for Broadcast and Media Operations, and I'm going to show you today how to use our program Vizrt when doing graphics for your production class. So first off, you're going to open the program. The program is listed as Master Trio and Viz Engine. So it says open first and open second. It's very important to follow those steps because the Trio portion is the program that you build the graphics in, and then the engine portion is the second part of Vizrt as how you play the graphics on the switcher, send it to the switcher for playback on the screens. So this tutorial is a two-parter. We're going to show you how to build it first and how to play it later. So first up is open first, open second, and once you do that, you'll have these two windows pop up. You're going to minimize the second one, which is Viz Engine, and just leave that running in the background. So to build your graphics, you're going to look for the class that you're in. So for today, I'm going to use TVDM 251 as an example. I'm going to double click the folder, and then in this space here, I'm going to right click and click on Create Show. And I'm just going to type in Demo and hit Enter. Then I'm going to double click on what I just created, and it's going to open a blank workspace. Once I open the blank workspace, I'm going to click on this folder with the arrow pointing up, and it's going to take me back to the menu, and I'm going to click on this icon that has an orange piece of paper with a green arrow, and it says Import Show. This window will pop up, and I will click on this button here with the three dots, and that will send me to this folder where all our templates are saved. If for whatever reason it does not take you to this folder, all you have to do is go to Desktop and find the folder that says Vizrt Templates. In here, since I'm doing a demo for TV1, I'm going to click on the TV1 template and hit Open. It is very important that you click down here where it says Import into Current Show, because that will import this template into the last project I created. If you don't click that and you leave it as Import Into, it will import it into whatever folder was open last. So make sure you put Import into Current Show and select Import. Then you will get a message that says importing will erase all items in the current show. Do you want to continue? Since I created that last template, it's okay for me to erase everything because there's nothing in there. But again, it's very important that you import into current show and it's the folder that you just created, because if not, then it will erase someone else's project. And to know what folder you're in, all you have to do is look down here and it says TV1 Demo, and that's the project that I had created. So I hit OK, and it will load the template into the project I created. So within this template, you're going to work under the page list window, which should be the first thing that opens up when you import. There's two options for a slate. All you have to do is double click on option 1 or option 2. The difference is there's an additional line of executive producer. I'm just going to work off of one of them, which is the 6-liner template, and this is going to be your text box, and this is your preview box of the information that you're working on. So in the text box, everything within this template for a slate is individualized into one line. So the first line that we have should be class section, which says TVDM class and section. So if I'm in TVDM 251-01, I'm going to select that, type that in, and all the changes you make up here will appear down here in your slate. And then I'm going to hit Tab. When I hit Tab, it takes me to the next line, which is segment name. And I'm going to type in, let's say, P, B, N, J, Demo. Then I'm going to hit Tab again to go on to the next line, which is Executive Producer, which sometimes it's best to put your professor's name in there. So I'll put Sanders, and then hit Tab again to move down to the next line. Since this is my project, I'll put my last name, Acosta. Director, it may be you, it may be someone else in your class. I'll put Jones as a director, and then the date would be whatever date that you're working on the project and the total running time expected for your project. Once you've completed all fields and have all the information entered, it is very important that you hit this icon that's a floppy disk and click on it, and it saves the document that you just created and it overrides it in here in this page list. Since we're only going to be using one of the templates for Slate, it's okay to double click on this one, right click it and hit delete the first so you can clean up your workspace. Now if I double click on the second template that was there, you'll see that all my information has saved and transferred over here. Moving on to the next thing that you might need for your graphics is a title page. So we have this template title page. It's pretty generic. You can't really change the font. The only thing you'll be able to do is change the color. It's just for learning purposes. We don't want everyone getting too crazy with different fonts and different sizing. So we keep it very generic just so you could use it in class as a demo to work with. So let's say we're doing PBJ demos. I'm going to change my title to PB and J demo. And then I'm going to hit tab to go to the next line. It says delete this line if you don't need it. I'm going to hit delete because I don't need it. And then I'm going to go back to the first line, and let's say I want to change this color to pink. I could just click on the color choice down here. And then again, like the first one, I hit the save button and it will override the template over here and save it as PB&J demo. The next item on the list that we have is this little icon that says MSU. You may or may not use it in class. It's there. There's nothing to change from it. It's just a little bug that you want to put. If you want to put like a little watermark on your work, you could use it from there. The next thing that we have is a lower third, which is it's a red bar with text over it. You cannot change the red bar. You can only just change the text. So it says John Smith, author, environmental changes. So what I would do is change John Smith to my name or whoever's your on-camera talent. Make sure that it's in caps. So it would be Krystal Acosta, and then hit tab. And let's say if I'm the host for PB&J, I'm going to put host and PB&J demo. And that's going to be in upper lowercase. And then the same thing as before, hit the save button and it will override the template that's in your project. The last thing in graphics, it's a little bit different, but it's very important. You'll be using it in all your classes, are credits. So you're going to double click on the credits, and this template's a little bit different than the others because each position is its own text box pretty much. So in order to change it, you have to click on each line. So you would click on producer host, and it says the title producer host first. Then you hit tab to go to the name, and I would put my name in all caps. Then I would hit save, and then click this orange arrow that's pointing up to go back to that text box list and move on to the next line, which is director. And if the director is somebody else, then I would hit tab, change to John Smith, hit save, go back, and keep doing that through all the different positions until you've changed everyone that you need to change. Now there are some extra positions in here that you may not need for your project, and in order to remove them, all you have to do is click on it, right click, and hit remove. And you will remove the text that you don't need from the list. Once that's all done and you've updated it to reflect the information that you need, you hit save and you go back and into your page list, and everything should reflect all the changes that you've done throughout the project. And then that's pretty much it for creating your graphics and in changing all the names and all the information. The next step for playback is you double click on what you want to play. So let's say the director's calling to have the slate ready. You double click on slate, you see it pop up in your window here, and you hit this button, which is like a play button, and it says take, and you press it and it takes it, and it will send it to the switcher, it will pop up in the CG1 window on the monitor. So, and then to take it out, you hit the take out button, which is right here, and it's an arrow pointing to the right, and you pull it out and it takes it out from over there on the monitor, and you can move on to the next graphic. And then you do the same thing and take out. The only difference is for when you get to credits, it's a little different in the sense that you double click it and it's in your preview. But if you hit take, so it goes to the monitor, it starts to roll because credits have an effect on it. It's a rolling effect. So you want to wait until the director says roll it, and then you press the take button, and you'll see on the monitor at the end that the credits start to roll once you hit the take button. And that's pretty much it for graphics.